Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gamer's Vault. And here is part 2 to the 10 lies. No. I calmed down. As you can see, I'm definitely different setting. Everything's different. I've... Woosah.
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 Woosah, woosah, woosah.
Woosah. Woosah. Woosah.
Woosah.
Woosah. Woosah. Woosah.
Alright, so we are going to talk about the latest press release Nintendo let out the day after I let my rant video come out. The legitimately day after. So if you saw this part 2, please go back to part 1 because it'll make 100% sense. You will understand it perfectly. So let's go ahead. Also, as a quick milestone, since I am a small channel, we just hit 200 subscribers, so thank you so very much to those guys who have subscribed and are watching my channel. I definitely appreciate you guys watching it and more content to come. So I promise you guys that. Anyway, let me go over to my screen here and we're going to read the latest press release that was given to Business Wire about Nintendo and the Snes Classic. So please allow me to read this to you guys. Due to incredible demand for the upcoming Super Nintendo Entertainment System Super NES Classic Edition system, Nintendo plans to ship the retro-inspired product into 2018. Originally, shipments were announced to cease at the end of this calendar year. In addition, more units of the Super NES Classic Edition will ship on its September 29th launch date in the US, then were shipped of NES Classic Edition all last year, with subsequent shipments arriving in stores regularly. Fans have shown their unbridled enthusiasm for these classic systems, so Nintendo's working to put many more of them on store shelves. The Super NES Classic Edition system features 21 legendary Super NES games, which we all know about. I'm not going to go through it. And the suggested retail price is $80. Super NES Classic Edition plugs directly into the TV, using the provided HDMI cable, and comes with 2 wired controllers. Next summer, Nintendo will also bring back the Nintendo Entertainment System NES Classic Edition, with systems with new shipments. More information about the timing of the return of the NES Classic Edition will be announced in the future. NES Classic features 30 games, and they'll go over to the 30 games. Now, if you want to see them, I can put links. I'm going to put links about the news article so you guys can read it in case you want to read it yourself. So let me go through some things here. I'm going to tidbit a little bit. Reggie did exactly what a COO, Chief Operating Officer, does. He did his job. He got on the phone. So Reggie, I gotta say, great freaking job, Reggie. He got on the phone with this man. And he said, listen, you need to stop this shortment of consoles. You really need to stop. Because you're driving up scalper sales. You're making them limited quantities. And people are having a hard time to get these consoles. So, the NES Classic was $60 retail. Just like I said in the article, it was about $60 retail. Well, no, $80 for SNES Classic. Sorry, the NES Classic was $60 retail. Now, it launched worldwide. The productions of the NES Classic, I'm using their numbers, so please forgive me, was a total units sold 2.3 million. We are more than 2.3 million people on this planet. And everywhere, it sold out. So, again, just in case you guys understand where I'm coming from, my anger is not directed at Reggie Fils-Aimé. It's just not directed at him. It really isn't. My anger is directed at Nintendo of Japan. And I'm going to explain why. again, because apparently a lot of people are coming at me or contacting me. Oh, you know, you shouldn't be mad because you didn't get your SNES Classic or the NES Classic. My NES Classic's right there, buddy. It's in box. Right here. And I already pre-ordered my SNES Classic. I have one. I'm going to a local store and picking it up. I was lucky. I was one of the lucky few that went into the store and picked it up. Now, I'm glad 100% Reggie listened to the fans and was able to go to bat for us. But Reggie, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if you, like I said, I don't know if you're looking at my videos. I'm going to be completely honest with you, sir. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not even going to bash you on it. We'll see what happens on launch day. And we will see what happens subsequently on the release of the consoles. Now, the production for the NES Classic was only 5 months. They only launched it for 5 months. And they released 2.3 million consoles. Think about, I want you guys to think about that. There are more than 2.3 million total in the world for the NES Classic. And you continue production for 5 months. So you must have gave stores, what, 3 NES Classics? 4? Tops? That's nothing. Whereas you can shoot out Switches like they're going out of style. Your Switch is still being bought, man. I have a Switch. I have games coming for the Switch. I even pre-ordered games coming for the Switch. I'm very excited by LA Noire. I'm excited by Wolfenstein. I'm excited for those games to re-release. But if you can produce more Switches, why can't you coincidentally produce SNES Classics? Now, I am not a developer. I'm not a creator. All that stuff. I understand there's Raspberry Pi stuff, but it's not the same, guys. I'm sorry. Yes, it plays the same. Yes, you can buy a controller for it. It'll do everything you want and put it in a fake NES case. But it's not Nintendo. It doesn't have seal of Nintendo approval. I'm not advocating privacy. I'm not doing that at all. I want the actual console. My console is not hacked. It is stood the same. It is not hacked. I keep it exactly the way I want it. Because that's the way it was meant to be. Alright, moving on a little bit. They are producing more, excuse me, more into 2018. And the NES Classic is coming out in the next summer. Excuse me. So, what does that mean? Now, there is a couple of things I have to address with the summation. Now, I'm only making my speculation, guys. I'm sure you guys know what that word is. I'm only speculating what Nintendo is doing. We all know Nintendo put in a patent for the Nintendo 64. We don't know if it's just for the controller to be released for the Switch. My Switch is here, guys, so please forgive me. We don't know if it's going to be a controller, at least for the Switch, or they're gonna make a Nintendo 64 Classic. We all hope that that is a possibility, because let's face facts, it's a great console. It was one of the greats. I actually have one complete in box in my collection of games, so I have one. Let's deep dive in down here. All you Raspberry Pi makers and everything else, I want you to understand the thought process here. Nintendo is releasing, or not releasing, but is in works of an N64. As Raspberry Pi makers and Retro Pi makers, we both know on the current Pi today, N64 games are not able to run properly. They're able to run. I'm not saying they're not able to run. They are 100% able to run, but not properly. So maybe, and I'm only guessing, maybe Nintendo needs a little bit more time to perfect the technology to run N64, because N64 can be run on a miniature computer. I've seen mini computer boards out there other than Raspberry Pi that have Windows on it that can run N64 properly. We all know this. Maybe they're waiting for the technology to catch up just a little bit so they can develop that, or maybe they're developing a board that can run N64 properly. So there are several things that could be in this case. That's one of them. Beside that, guys, I'm very excited about the release of more releases of SNES Classics for everybody. I'm not going to be online. I'm not going to be one of those jerks that are going to be standing out line waiting for another SNES Classic. I have one already. I'm not going to block anybody from getting theirs. I will not. My mother, who I don't live with, my mother, she doesn't live here, guys. I'm 35. I live in my own apartment. My mother lives a little further away. Didn't get one. She called me up the other day. She's like, can you please come with me? Maybe I'll come with her and I'll show support, but I'm not getting in line to buy a classic. I refuse to do that. I already have one, and I'm not going to give my spot or my opportunity away to somebody that could use a classic. I was happy to have one. I'm going to give it to somebody else. Let's go on to a slightly different topic here. They're going to give all these extra SNES Classics to the stores. So I'm going to call out CEOs. So sorry for the click, guys. I have to go to the screens. So let's talk to Target's CEO, Brian Cornell. Let's talk to Walmart CEO, Doug McMillan. Best Buy CEO, Hubert Jolly. If I said it wrong, I apologize. Amazon CEO, Jeff Bezos. And GameStop CEO, J. Paul Raines. I apologize. You guys need to cut your shit. I'm going to repeat myself again. I'm not going to say that curse word because I want to keep that out of my content. You guys need to cut it out. What do I mean? When Fallout, I'm trying to keep myself from cursing. When Fallout came out, all you guys went freaking bonkers. Bonkers. All the retailers went nuts when Fallout came out. Fallout was doing an exclusive. Bethesda, I should say. I apologize. Bethesda was doing an exclusive. Only at Target stores you could buy this. It's a wannabe Nuka-Cola Quantum. Why do I still have this? Because this has come out way long time ago. Why do I still have this? I'm a collector, guys. I still have this sealed. Never been opened, never been drank. It's still there. It's a little dusty, though, but it's still there. $2 a bottle. That's all it was. It's blueberry soda for $2 a bottle. So why do I go on Amazon? Do I go on Amazon, a.k.a. Jeff Bezos? Do I go on eBay? And they're $50 to $100 a bottle at that time. I don't know what they are now. I only know at that time, that's the cost of these drinks. Why? Why? Why go that far? Also, Bethesda, you did a great job promoting Fallout 4. Love that game. Love it completely. You did a great job with it. Now, here's the problem. If you're running a promotion with Jones Soda for this, why couldn't you have Jones Soda produce more? It looks legitly like your brand. Legitly. Like your brand. Hell, I would be 100% happy if you made a Nuka-Cola, because it looks similar to Coca-Cola. That's probably the reason why you haven't done it. But I would be happy as a pig in poop if you made Nuka-Cola. I love your brand. I love the branding in the game. I love that, the way it can happen. But you guys didn't do that. Target, Brian Cornell, I don't know what you guys are thinking over there, but let me tell you, sir. When I went in to get one of these, your workers bought them all. Target employees bought these first. So when I went in to get mine, I couldn't because they sold out. How could a soda sell out the minute the store opens? And don't tell me about online orders. You guys suspended those because I tried to do that online. That's how I know you suspended that. Your workers bought them all. Every single one of them. Bought them out. And resold them on eBay and Amazon for like $50 a bottle. Or $100 a bottle. And the reason why I'm addressing you guys, the distributors of the SNES Classic, because ThinkGeek, aka GameStop, made packages. After they sold out the regular consoles, they made packages so you could buy a $300 package, or a $200 package, or a $150 package. Why? Just to get rid of extra crap. I get it. Great mindset. But don't do that to people who've been waiting for this SNES Classic. Now, you all are getting a crap load of consoles now. Nintendo said it. The productions are being ramped up to give you more on launch day. Do not screw the consumer. Because it's no longer Nintendo's fault now. If they're ramping up production, and they're going to put out those numbers after the production's been ramped up for launch day, and you don't have enough, that's something you're doing wrong. I'm calling you out. Anyway, guys, the video is going on a little bit longer. It's about 16.5 minutes. I'm not going to push any more dead horses. What do you guys think about the SNES Classic production? What do you guys think about local retailers withholding back pieces of SNES Classic so that way you have to get them in bundles? Give me your comments down below. Thumbs up to this video if it does help you. Subscribe. I always love subscribers. Subscribe more. We will have better content, better gaming news. It will never always be rant videos. It will sometimes have rant videos, but it will always be different videos that I will do. If you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know as well. Alright, guys, take care, and I'll see you guys next time in the vault.
When you decide to step up to this kind of power, this kind of challenge, this kind of flying, crashing, feeling, when you decide to get serious, there's only one place to come: the games of Super Nintendo. No one else creates this kind of experience, because no one else creates these kinds of games. Now you're playing with power, super power.